Howdy folks, Laxo here. And today we are going to be taking a look at Byakuya. We're going to be running him through some battles, but first let's go ahead and take a look at this here. As you guys can see, we got a message from Voices saying they messed up the description of Byakuya's passive. A lot of people have asked me, honestly, in the past hour, in general chat and personally, what does this mean? Let's go ahead and take a look here at Byakuya's passive. So, as you can see, let's go ahead and pull up, okay, so I obviously shot a video earlier. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Okay. Here. Now, let's take a look at his passive here. So, okay, so what we see here is his passive just says, starts off with Byakuya gains 5% increased damage reduction rate. Okay. Now it says increased damage resistance rate. Obviously, the people that adjusted this were either one in a hurry or two not English speakers. So that is just letting us know, that first little statement is letting us know about this right here. Damage reduction rate. It does it for every character in the game. You could take a look. It's always a extra just add-on for the passive ability. So damage resistance, once again, they mean damage reduction rate. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look here at Byakuya now. The first thing I wanted to take a look at here is his, let's see here, healing reduction here. So there are a few characters in the game that have healing reduction, and obviously all those characters that have healing reduction are top tier characters. Why? Because healing reduction is busted. So, well, I'm sure I should say healing is busted. That makes healing reduction even better. So, alright, I actually already pre-shot a couple battles here, so let's take a look at this here real quick. Alright, so this is me running a battle against Tyroga. This is no Byakuya on the team. Let's take a look at the heals. So here we see 368k plus 823k. That's about, let's round it up to 1.2 mil. So 1.2 mil healing without Byakuya here. Now let's go ahead and fast forward to with Byakuya. All right. As you can see, they have Byakuya's mark on them. Let's go ahead and check out the healing. The healing here, 343, 500k. Okay, so that dropped it down to 800k on the heals, which is pretty good. Dropped it from 1.2 to 800k. That's 400k. That's pretty solid. It's a little bit less than 40%, but essentially it's 40%. We will have to do more research when I have his weapon. Once again, this is without his weapon, so keep that in mind. Let's take a look here at, I think I did one more battle. All right, so one more here. This is 324k and 646. Let's just round this up to 1 mil flat. Round it up to 1 mil. And with Byakuya, as you can see, once again, we have the mark above their heads. As you can see, 400k, 200k, so 600k. So once again, a little bit less than 1 mil. I'm sorry, a little bit less than 40%, but essentially reduce their healing by 40%, which is huge. But anyways, with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at some team comps I'm running here. Actually, let's build a team comp first. I haven't really done any in-depth testing or anything. I've just kind of been messing around with him a little bit. So, I'm going to run Byakuya first. That way we can get the most out of his rage skill. Also, I am not going, in the battles I just showed you, I was running the Azura War Assault, but for the sake of, I think, just for free-to-play player mostly, obviously I don't have this War Soul, I will not be running this Warsaw at the moment. However, it is actually not bad because that means you could just get him to rage first round, which obviously putting healing reduction on the entire enemy team first round is actually really, really good, but we're going to be bypassing that. So I'm just going to be running the Warsouls that I had on him in my building video. We have Vigilance here for a little bit of extra damage reduction, and Warsoul of the Tides just to get a little bit extra healing out there, of course. And recovers rage just a little bit quicker because once again we want to get Byakuya to rage as soon as possible. So alright, let's go ahead and build a team here real quick. So obviously the staple of the team with Byakuya, it's a must. We have to have Nell on this team. If we could get Nell to rage first round, that would be pretty good. However, most people have Soy Phone nowadays, so we don't want her to rage first round, but actually, let's see if we can do something about this. Take out her, put on... Let's go ahead and toss on Ulquiorra here just to get a little bit extra damage and damage reduction, of course, which is really, really important. So the second, you know, I could actually put Soy Phone here. Let's see, who else can we put here? You know what? I'm just going to leave Soy Phone there. She honestly doesn't do as much damage in this role as she would in the main role. So we're just going to leave her there. But anyways, I want to keep Byakuya alive. He's only at 4 stars. Spoiler, I have done a little bit of testing with him already, and he actually does have some pretty good survivability. So we're going to be putting Nemu here. See how well the Halloween characters work together. I want the Sodeno Soulhall. I'm going to toss her in there. We're going to leave Geen in there just for a little bit of rage reduction. Of course, staple, we have to have Nell in here, and I need a tiger, so I don't want to put Soy Phone in there because Soy Phone will just one-shot the enemy team. I don't want to do that. I want the battle to go on so we could actually look at Byakuya. So I'm going to go ahead and toss Nini in there just to see how she does. I could toss Rukia in there, but I think we're good with Nini. Also, I could toss Sogyo in there. Once again, I think we're good with that. But let's go ahead and run a couple battles here. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the first battle here. I have a little bit of music playing in the background. I hope it's not too loud. But let's go ahead and take a look at this battle here. So, I showed you guys the healing reduction already, so I'm going to concentrate a little bit less on healing reduction and more so on the other aspects of his actual kit. So, once again, we are not getting the rage first round. It would be pretty nice if I did, but I want to play this a little bit realistic here. So, if you guys want to slow down the video at all and take a look at how much damage he's taking compared to other units, feel free to do that. But that'll be, unfortunately, really, really difficult to do that recording live, so. Alright, so what we're going to have here is we're going to have, I'm pretty sure Byakuya is going to be attacked quite a few times here. Alright, so take a look here. He seems to be doing okay. Now, I mean, of course, granted that he does have the Sodeno Warsaw on. I'm sorry, not Warsaw. Okay, let's take a look at this. 1.1 mil, that's not bad damage. That's not bad. What about her? 3 mil, yeah. Not quite as much damage as Sodeno, but yeah. Okay, so what we're taking a look at here is look at how much damage the enemy team is taking now. And again, look at Byakuya. Every time an enemy is attacked, he gets the buff. Boom. Attack and rage recovery up. And now take a look at the last number we see here. 251k. 251k. Boom. 1.1 mil. Well, that was from something else. But as you guys can see, his kit is working. His kit is actually working correctly. A lot of units they've released prior just are wonky. But as we can see, everything is working as intended. What I would like to see is how much rage he recovers and how quickly from the extra rage recovery rate. That is definitely something I would like to see. But we're going to go ahead and move on to another battle here. Alright, I got another battle here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the statistics first. So, what we are going to be paying attention to in this battle is simply just these two. Everyone else died extremely early. It was pretty much Byakuya Sodeno the entire battle. Let's go ahead and take a look at these stats. So what we have here is Byakuya did a whopping, that's 19 mil? 19 million damage. And Sodeno, 14 million damage. As you can see, the damage reduced is... Okay, so 22 mil, 26 mil. Then again, you gotta remember, they got a ton of healing because of the Soul Haul from Sodeno. Now, granted, most of my damage right here in the battle came from Soifon being in the slot, but let's go ahead and take a look at the battle. So, this was a rather long battle. As you can see, 12 rounds. Don't worry, I'm probably going to be skipping around because I don't want this one battle to be 3/4 of the video. So, let's go ahead and skip the first beginning part here. Alright, here we are. Let's go ahead and take a look. By the way, one thing I want everybody to pay attention to during the battle is pay attention to Byakuya's health compared to Sodeno's health. They are both very similar. And also please consider that Sodeno is a 6-star character, and she is pretty much purple maxed, you know, everything across the board. So she's super strong, and also damage too. Let's take a look at the damage. I think that's at 320 some K. I'm not sure. I think that was 1.8. The little bit of lag I'm getting on my screen is really messing things up. But once again, as I was saying, pay attention to their health. You'll notice that Byakuya actually does have some decent, I'm not going to say great, decent healing with his mastery skill. Also, once again, the enemy now has, or I'm sorry, the other team does have the debuff on them from Byakuya, so every time they get hit, you're going to start seeing increase attack, increase rage recovery rate on Byakuya, and also pay attention to the amount of healing that the enemy is getting back, because that is what is keeping me in this game, is the lack of healing that the enemy has. They have essentially 2 healers on their team. And yeah, I mean, obviously we got to give credit to Soifon for keeping the bleeds on, but alright, that one I think was 2 mil. Pretty sure that one was 2 mil. But yeah. So once again, pay attention to the number down below. That is the extra damage Byakuya is getting off. Which also kind of makes me think that what if we were to put Byakuya on the team with Rukia, Anniversary Rukia, where she also gets extra damage as well. So that might be something to look at. Maybe we can do that. Let's see here, how long is this video going on for? 15 minutes. I'm gonna maybe do one more battle here, and then I will I'll see if I can put on Rukia maybe, and then I need to go to sleep here soon, so this is gonna be my last video for today. Tomorrow, probably when I wake up, I'm going to be doing some more testing with Byakuya's weapon. Remember that this testing right now is without his weapon. Tomorrow's testing will be with his weapon. So once again, pay attention to their health, and you will notice that their health is relatively close between these two. And their damage is relatively close between the two as well. So 1.2 mil there. Also, Byakuya's master skill actually does do a little bit of damage. I mean, better than I think most other defense specialty units. So Byakuya's specialty is actually not bad. I'm sorry, his mastery skill is actually not bad. Okay, so I think the battle... Yeah, so we're seeing 0 procs on Sodeno here, and yet Byakuya is still managing to keep his health above how much Sodeno has. Crazy. Okay, this is the last round here I'm going to show, and then I will skip. But let's take a look at the damage here. Byakuya's damage, 1.4 mil. Sodeno's damage, 1.3 mil. So early on, Sodeno was actually doing quite a bit of damage, and then it fell off. But Byakuya, again, he is getting his he's actually getting his buff from all the enemies being bled, so his damage is going up, while Sodeno's is kind of, you know, going down a bit. So let's go ahead and skip the rest of this battle here, though, and maybe show something else. On second thought, this video is actually running on quite a while here, so I'm going to go ahead and call it there. However, we're going to take a look at one more thing here I wanted to take a look at. Is by the way, if you guys wanted to see the actual stats compared between the two, these are the actual stats. As you can see, Sodeno is 7-star or 6-star, so she does have the extra awakened runes, and Byakuya does not. However, next video, tomorrow, or probably later on today, depending upon where you're from, I will have another video out going over, I'll get Byakuya to 5-star and do testing with his weapon, just so everybody can get a nice broad view of whether they want to get his weapon or not. However, let's go ahead and take a look here at what his weapon actually does. So, okay, what we have here is after the weapon awakens, according to whether the target has stacks of bleeding in them or not, Byakuya recovers a portion of his missing HP. That portion is 20% of his missing HP. Once again, that is only missing HP, not total HP, which is unfortunate. But if a target has any bleeding on them, this is increased to 30%. So he does get an extra 10% if the target is bleeding, which is nice. If a target, not all targets, so that's also something to keep in mind. It doesn't proc on all the enemies, just one enemy. Anyways, Another thing we're going to look at here is the healing reduction as well. So as you can see, reduces healing received by 40% without his weapon, and healing received by 60% with his weapon. The other stats do not change, as you can see, 5%, 5%. The skill damage just goes up just a little, just because, you know, that's his weapon. But it does not increase. It does not give a base increase of actual damage to his rage attack. But that is pretty much all I wanted to show you guys with this one here. So once again, next video we're going to be taking a look with his weapon, and you guys can make the decision whether you guys would like to get his weapon or not. Honestly, my opinion, based on just what I've seen thus far on 4 stars and how he's performing, I'm actually pretty impressed. Like, the healing reduction is actually really, really nice. 40% healing reduction doesn't seem like a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, when you're healing, you know, 30 mil a battle, 40% is quite a bit. That's 12 million. So that is pretty nice. Also, the other things, just keeping him alive in the battle, is also really nice as well. That's the thing we're having problems with characters, is them staying alive. A lot of characters die pretty quickly. As you saw in the previous battle, Soifone raged like 4 times, and it was not enough to take down Byakuya. And pretty much for the entire battle, Byakuya had more health than Sodeno, and then at the end of the battle, Byakuya netted more damage than Sodeno, because once again, Sodeno's damage kind of, you know, fell off a little bit, kind of peaked and fell off, and Byakuya's just kept on going up and kept on going up. Why? Because he kept on getting the, because Blood Sigil kicked in and he kept on getting the damage. Or it was Nobility, I think. Yes, Nobility. 5% increased damage, 2% increased rage recovery rate, and it kept on taking the enemy's health based on how much Byakuya's max health was. So, honestly, once again, I'm rather impressed. Yes, the numbers don't completely blow you away, but it's actually pretty good. It's better than what I thought when I initially read his kit earlier. I was like, man, this does not look like a good character, but actually performing pretty well. But we'll do more testing tomorrow. But that's going to wrap this one up, guys. If you guys enjoyed this content, hit the subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. I have more videos coming out tomorrow, so hit that notification bell if you'd like to know when those videos come out. If you'd like to join my Discord, check the description as well. I will have a link there. You can come hang out with the community there. But that's going to wrap this one up, guys. Catch you on the next one. Peace.